So where are you stationed currently?
Honorable Chair, I'm stationed at the headquarters, Protocol Department.
All right. You see, the tape that you heard, that you say there is cut and paste, is what we are working with at the moment. Who were the other voices on the tape?
Sorry. Honorable Chair, my good self, Commissioner of Police, Mr. George Alex Mensah, and Chief Bugri Naabu.
How does the gentleman called JB feature in this matter?
Honorable Chair, it came to me as a surprise because the conversation ensued just between the three of us and nobody else.
Is it the case, or is it not, that you prepared a meeting which should be held between Chief Bugri Naabu and JB with the president?
Honorable Chair, I want to make an emphatic statement here that on that fateful day when we had that meeting in Chief Bugri Naabu's office at opposite the Osu police station, we went there on the invitation of Chief Bugri Naabu. And if I'll be allowed to continue, Chief Bugri Naabu, I got to know him through the son. And I want to put it on record that I've had 3 different conversations with Chief Bugri Naabu in his office. First conversation was when his son, by name Prophet Emmanuel Tay Bugri Naabu, who happens to be my friend and my spiritual father. I was in town with him, and then when we were about to sign off from our mission in town, he told me, "Commander, my father's office is around here. I want to go there and say hello to him. So, Commander, I beg you, let's go." So I accompanied him. When I got there, I was introduced, and the father was also introduced to me by Prophet Emmanuel Tay Bugri Naabu, who is the son, direct son of Chief Bugri Naabu. And then after the introduction, the two of them were conversing about one Aite. And this Aite, I learned, was the one who was taking care of Chief Bugri Naabu. You know, Chief Bugri Naabu is a grown-up. And it happens to most grown-up men. There are so many things in the house that he cannot do for himself, which I cannot make everything public because he is an elderly man. So this boy, who is taking care of him, says he has stopped the work he's doing for Honorable Chief Bugri Naabu. So having deliberated on the issue for a while with the son suggested that, Commander is here. Commander has worked in Mamprobi and is very nice with the Mamprobi people. And I'm sure even Aite might know him. So why don't we let Commander Asare call Aite and speak to him to rescind his decision? They ended up giving me Aite's contact number. I called him in their presence and then told him what I've heard from Alhaji. And I've been asked to intervene. So Aite also gave me his side of the story. And what he told me, I cannot make it public because it is unpleasant. It is highly unpleasant. And this is an elderly man's matter that I'm talking about here. If you go and spew such things about my elderly father, I wouldn't be fine with you. So, with your indulgence, I wouldn't go there. That was the end. We exchanged pleasantries and then exchanged contacts. I left his office.
Okay, so what was the other meeting? This is a domestic one. What is the other meeting?
The other meeting, I was there one day. Chief Bugri Naabu called me that, Commander, where are you? Then I told him where I was. Please, can you come and see me? I want to discuss something with you. Chief Bugri Naabu, after his call, when he made that statement to me that I should come and see him for a discussion, I told him, okay, Alhaji, I will come. So I went. When I went, he told me, after asking me about the progress of the assignment he gave me in respect of his assistant, Aite, he told me, Commander, they are looking for a new IGP. So do you have somebody in mind that you can recommend? And I told him, of course, yes. So he asked me who that person is. And I mentioned Commissioner of Police George Alex Mensah's name to him. And then made him know about his credentials, his academic qualification, and the way he's highly respected among the rank and file of the Ghana Police Service. There, Bugri Naabu told me, oh, as for Commissioner, I know him. He has come to my house before in Dansomai. It was some boys from the Jubilee House that brought him to my house. And according to my investigation, he is on retirement. And I said, wow, retirement? Where did you get all these information from? You are not a policeman. Police internal matters, how did you know it? So you told me, oh, Commander, but we are also in the system. We know everything. Then I said, okay, no problem. So I took time to let him understand that Commissioner George Alex Mensah is not on retirement. Anybody that told you that, told you a lie. It is a total falsehood. It is not true. Commissioner George Alex Mensah is on his terminal leave pending retirement. That doesn't mean the person is on retirement. So I took my time to let him know the differences between the two. And then he told me that apart from him, if I go and tell the appointing authority and it backfires, who else can you recommend? And I recommended 3 other senior officers, commissioners. Number 1, COP Mr. Ernest Owusu. Third one, COP Mami Yatiwa Adodankwa. Fourth one, COP Mr. Tete. Mr. Christian Tete Yonu. And that was all. So, final one, the last one, that has brought all this controversy, is that I was there on the 19th of June, 2023. At 2:13, I have the records. I have the records here, which I will tender with your indulgence when I'm done. 2:13, Chief Bugri Naabu called me that, Commander, there is good news. So I want you to come with
2:13.
2:13 p.m.
Which day? Which date?
On the 19th. On the 19th of June, 2023. So I should do my best and come with Commissioner. Then I asked him to call him because he told me you have his number. He has come to your house. But all the same, a big man who is a chief, well respected at the time, not now, has asked you to do something for him, not any bad thing. Not any bad thing. That come with your commissioner, COP, Mr. George Alex Mensah. I told him to call him, and he called again. He called again. The calls were coming, one too many. And I was a bit surprised that what at all does this man need me for? For him to call me 12 consecutive times. 12. The last call was 5:57. More than 3 hours. He still wanted to see me. Never knew there was any malice. And I thought that just as he called me some time ago to go and told me something, let me go and listen to him. And then when I started going, I had a call from, I think I had a call from Commissioner earlier. Yes, around 4. Around 4 thereabout. 4 thereabout. That, Asare, where are you? We are waiting for you. Me, I didn't know anything. So I went. And when I went, if you listen to the tape, the communication was already going on. Because why I didn't want to go initially was that you wanted me to recommend somebody to you. The person has been recommended. The person is in the office. He has come. Me, I don't need anything from you. I don't want you to do anything for me. I am not a commissioner. I haven't gotten to even AC or chief superintendent to give me a course to have that idea, mindset that I'm closer to the seat. I'm nowhere closer. So the person that is closer to the seat is there with you. But since the big man, my boss himself, has called me, I have to be respectful and do them the honor. So exactly so, I went there, met them, they were talking. Then he asked me, Commander, what is your opinion on the performance of the IGP? And I told him my opinion. I'm done, my lord. Honorable Chair.
You know, this narration is good for us. But I asked you a question which triggered the narration. So let me read to you what Chief Bugri Naabu said. And this is the third meeting of the committee. And I'm reading from page number 7. Have you had the benefit of our proceedings?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Council. Yes, so, Council, get to the proceedings dated Monday, the 28th day of August, 2023. And then page number 7. And I'm dealing with the last 2 paragraphs. A little bit down. I want to quote what Chief Bugri Naabu said. I even promised Commander Asare that if he would come himself, then I'll go with him to the president so that I would sit down and he would talk directly to the president. He told me that day he was traveling, so he wanted a man called JB, who is also a police superintendent, to come and join me. Okay. Okay. He would equally say the same thing that they know about the IGP. So they called JB on phone. He said a lot on phone. And I told him that Sunday, 3 o'clock, I'm going to book an appointment and go with him to the president. He said yes. He would be with me at that time. On the Sunday, I called JB and asked him to meet me at Afrikiko, and I'll drive him to the president's place. He said he was in the Eastern region for a program. I said, but you said you were coming? You people came to my office for such an important thing, and now I'm going to be with you to meet the president, and you will not go. I was so disappointed. President Asare, it seems to me that Chief Bugri Naabu is saying that you introduce Superintendent JB for purposes of going to see the president on the matter. What is your response to that?
Honorable Chair, that's not true. That's not true. Because I'm the type that I know how to present my issues, assuming without admitting that that was true. Assuming without admitting that that was true. I will be eager enough to go and meet the president myself. Yes, when granted the opportunity. Because how many people can have that opportunity to meet the president? Then I snap a picture with him, go and put it in my hall. That people will see that I'm also somebody. Yes, so I'm not getting where this is coming from. I'm shocked. I'm surprised.
So is it your case that Chief Bugri Naabu is inventing a story against you?
Exactly so, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Members of the committee, you've heard your man. These were the few introductions we have to do. And now you have the space to interrogate him. Who is ready to start? Yes, my good brother, you can start.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Superintendent Asare, how are you?
I'm good, Honorable Chair.
You know, if I am on the mic, I expect you to be in a comfortable zone. We've known each other for years, and you know what I stand for. You know my level of integrity, that when I ask a question, it's not a personal question. This is a public hearing. The public wants answers. It's an issue that has attracted so much public attention. The public is interested. So to the best of your ability, you provide answers to the questions that are asked, but never in your dream think that it is Peter who is asking questions. Yes, Peter is asking questions, but I'm asking questions because the public needs to know. So you assist the committee to appreciate what we are doing here. Before I ask my first question, I also want us to appreciate the fact that the Ghana Police Service is not on trial in Parliament. The committee has a simple mandate vis-à-vis the tape that had leaked. So we are just going strictly according to the mandate given us. First question. You spent 27 years in the service. When were you in the Upper West region?
Honorable Chair, I was in the Upper region in the year when the 2012 election results was about to be declared. No, the election petition was about to be declared. That was when. So they declared the results whilst I was in WA, and I left WA in 2015.
Between 2012 and 2015, did you ever see or meet Chief Bugri Naabu in WA?
Honorable Chair, as I indicated earlier, the first time I met Chief Bugri Naabu was when his son, Prophet Emmanuel Tei Bugri Naabu, took me to his office that he was going to say hello to his father.
So the answer is no.
No.
Yes.
Thank you. Chief Bugri Naabu, in his evidence, told this committee that the first day you met him and he asked how you got to know him, you said you got to know him in the Upper West region when he used to come to Alhaji Short. And Chief Bugri Naabu acknowledged the fact that, oh yes, Alhaji Short is a strong MPP member, and he used to come there. So you can't be wrong. Are you indicating to the committee that this is not true from Chief Bugri Naabu?
Honorable Chair, this is not true.
For your 27 years of experience, can we help this committee, and of course the public that is working, that is watching, how are IGPs appointed?
Honorable Chair, just as you rightly said, what I know is that appointment of the Inspector General of Police is the sole prerogative of the President of the land, of the Republic. And that is what the Constitution says, Article 200, Clause 1, that the President, in consultation with the Council of State, shall appoint the Inspector General of Police.
By implication, it is the prerogative of the President, as you said. Is it very okay to also lobby for the position?
Honorable Chair, this is my personal opinion, which has gotten nothing to do with the tape. But if I'm to express my opinion, lobbying has been with man from antiquity. It is not today that lobbying started. Lobbying is all over, everywhere. In some jurisdictions, there are some bodies that are called lobbyists. If you want them to lobby for you, you just engage them. You do the work for you. But I haven't lobbied for anything before.
If I may just come clear to the real question I want to ask you. Have you been contracted by anybody to lobby for him or her?
No, Mr. Chair.
If I may ask, you so much experience in lobbying, if in other words, you have so much information about lobbying. Have you ever
said so? That he has so much information about lobbying.
Mr. Chair, he said lobbying is as old as man.
Yes, he was making a general statement.
Okay.
But he's not said he has so much information about lobbying. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let me reframe my question. Superintendent Asare, in your experience regarding this matter under investigation, have you learned anything about lobbying and ethics?
No, Mr. Chair.
As a police officer, Chief Bugri Naabu's office is not within the police facility. You felt very free in his office to discuss matters of the police, to the point that you are even suggesting to him names that are clear for you, so competent to become Inspector General of Police should the opportunity to appear. Is that very professional to do?
Honorable Chair, it was a private conversation.
Counsel, if you may avert your mind to page 23 of the original transcription of the original tape. Page 23. I believe the third paragraph, that starts with Alaji. Alaji speaks. That is Chief Bugri Naabu speaks. Yeah, apart from him, there are two other commissioners who are also having their people watching. And Speaker 3, that is Superintendent Asare, he said, Ernest and Mamitiwa. If I may ask for clarity, who is Ernest and who is Mamitiwa?
Honorable Chair, these names have already been furnished the committee by me not quite long ago.
Okay.
COP Mr. Ernest Owusu and COP Mami Yatiwa Adanka.
Thank you very much for the refreshment. Alaji says, but as for Mami, and you came in to say, out, out, out. Why is Mami so out in your mind?
Mr. Chair, how this out came, I don't know. I don't know about it. I can't say anything about it. It could also mean, because it was a private discussion, it was a friendly conversation with somebody that we thought was respectable. Out. When somebody is out, to me, is the person is exceptionally good. To me.
It is quite interesting that the context of the conversation, you were endorsing some recommendations by mentioning names. Okay? And Chief Bugri Naabu told you two other names had come. I think you were smart enough to know the system to say the two names I know. It is Mami and Enes. And Chief Bugri Naabu said, but, please underline that word, but, as for Mami, and he said out. Look at the context and look at the explanation you are providing to the committee now. But as for Mami, and you said, out, out, out.
Honorable Chair, for your records, I want to say that how this out came, I cannot sit here and tell. I don't know anything about it. And if indeed it was said, it wasn't up to any bad intention, but for a positive one.
Thank you. On the 19th of June,
Superintendent,
Mr. Chair,
let's establish something before you proceed. The out attributed to you, did that come from you?
Honorable Chair, I did indicate that I have no idea of this out one, but assuming without admitting, quote and unquote, that I did make that comment, it could be on a positive sense.
Superintendent Asare, do you know the role of the police council vis-a-vis appointment of inspectors general of police?
Mr. Chair, I have never had the opportunity to work with the police council, but with the appointment of the Inspector General of Police, I have made it clear to the committee.
If I can recall what you said, it is a prerogative of His Excellency the President to appoint in consultation with the Council of State. And you and I know that the Police Council provides strategic and policy advice on matters of the police to the President. The question I want to ask, which role do you think Chief Bugri Naabu will be playing to facilitate the appointment of an IGP?
Honorable Chair, Chief Bugri Naabu, as we all know, is a politician. He was the original chair for the MPP in the Northern region. And now, he is a National Council member. And when we met him in the course of our conversation, he did indicate that he recommended the current IGP to the President. So he made a statement. And if a politician tells you this, as to whether or not it is true, you leave it as it is. Because I don't need any appointment. And I wasn't, again, as well lobbying for anybody.
If you look at Regulation 82, 1CI, and if I may read that just to refresh your memory, Regulation 82 of CR 76, in other words, Ghana Police Service Regulation 2012, 82